Here we are in the city square at Leeds, and there's such a lot to see in Leeds, and it's so full of individuality. I don't know where to start, except that skyline is very important. And skyline seems always to have mattered until just lately in Leeds. Soaring up, out of scale with everything round it. What a relief it is to come down. A bit of consideration for the skyline, though it's not exactly an inspired building. But when we look at Leeds, I think you'll find that it's very human and individualistic, and it'll continue to be so, provided it isn't spoiled like that brute of a thing there, which only says cash and doesn't say anything else. Town Hall. That's the place for civic pride. It symbolized all the wealth and industry of the north of England, and probably one of the best Victorian town halls anywhere is this one, Leeds Town Hall. And those white lions, they come from the south of England. But the grandest exterior feature of this town hall is the tower, Broderick's Tower, with its sense of outline when you see it above the old houses of Leeds. Of course, there was an awful row on the town council about that tower. A lot of people said it was spending too much money on ornament. But you know, the spirit behind building this grand town hall was something more than just showing you were rich. It was to show that in the middle of all the noise of industry and the nuts and bolts and the steam and smoke, there was a love of the arts. And the idea was that the town hall should draw people from all over the world. And that tradition of loving music has gone on in Leeds to the present day. What strange scene is this, here in the meadows of the River Aire? Modern architecture? No. And that is the end of the old Leeds skyline, because to the right of it, you see the Battle of the Cubes, just money-getting slabs built since the war with the lift machinery like parcels left on the top. And that noise you sometimes hear, pickaxes and falling walls, is old Leeds being destroyed around us. You could, if you lived in a house like this, see your children and what was happening to them, and you could see your neighbours, and you were part of a kind of village life of the street. And now they're being destroyed in Leeds very fast. Towns and cities aren't just places for grand civic display. They're also places to get out of the wind and the weather in. And Leeds is full of alleys. Look at the riot of colour. Look at those tiles. And then, what a rest and what a welcome this place is on a windy day when you come in from the streets, which is really unbelievable. And thank goodness it's still as it was. Come and look. And a lot of care over detail too, how to keep dust off the books. Look, a hinged flap. Oh, how fashionable and marvellous it must have seemed in 1890 to the ladies of Leeds when they came here and felt themselves in touch, however grey and dark it was outside, felt themselves in touch with Paris, the world of art in Bond Street and Chelsea. Thus, the old Victorian Leeds gives way to the new generation. That's the old Leeds, and so is this. Sometimes it rains in Leeds. Sometimes you don't want to walk in a road in a smell of diesel. Sometimes you want the fun of the fair. And here you've got it in the county arcades. Public clocks are a great feature of Leeds in the old city. But here at Seacroft, it looks to me as though time is rather more computerized. And the people who use this shopping centre of Seacroft, which is a new town Leeds Corporation has built outside the city on a hill, the people who use this centre instead of using the crowded markets, they live, a lot of them, in tall blocks like that. It's all done with the best intentions. But if you lived in one of those flats, I wonder if you wouldn't rather look back with regret at the old days when you had a back-to-back house and there was the communal life and the corner shops and the cobbled streets. I wonder if you wouldn't feel a bit lonely. It's all done with the best intentions, yes. But speaking personally, I feel it's rather like compulsory shopping, compulsory pleasure, compulsory leisure, compulsory art.